Well, hello and welcome back to the Vintage Electronics channel. Today we're going to take a look at a classic Sony cassette Walkman, the WM-FX401. We'll take a tour of this thing, do a little review, and even compare a digital file to a cassette recording and see what the sound quality is like. We'll find out if this is worth owning in today's day and age for listening to your old cassette tapes. Stay tuned. Alright, well this Sony Walkman here is from around 1994-95, so it was well into Sony's cassette Walkman stage. It's a full-featured unit, and I have a lot of people who ask me what kind of cassette player they should get. You know, with the recent revival in cassette tapes and analog sound, or even listening to your old classic compact cassettes, people want to know whether they should buy a new portable cassette deck or chance it with an old one. And I will always say to chance it with one of these old ones. The newer ones out there are complete garbage. They've got junk mechanisms in them. The circuitry's terrible. You're better off to buy one of these, and if the belts need to be replaced, go ahead and have it serviced, because the quality of one of these is going to be way better than what you're going to find on Amazon or eBay right now, brand new. So let's take a look at this one. Now this one is an auto reverse cassette deck, so that means that once it gets to the end of one side of the tape, it'll turn around and play the other side of the tape automatically. You don't have to flip the tape over, so that's kind of neat. Well, let's take a look here on the front first and see what we've got. Now we do have a mode button, which is going to switch between our AM and FM radio functions. It's got an alarm for setting the clock. It's a digital tuner on this one, so you can set your radio stations with the push of a button. You do have presets on there for your favorite radio stations. On the top, got our standard transport controls: stop, rewind, fast forward, play. Over here it does have a setting for normal or a chrome or metal tape, so that's nice. You don't normally see that on a portable cassette player. On the other side, we've got the auto reverse selector, continuous play, which means it'll play side A, side B, back to side A, and continue on until you hit stop. Or you've got play side A, then B, and then stop. Got a direction control, so you can switch to the other side of the tape instantly. On this side, we've got our headphone jack. Got your automatic volume leveling, which is kind of nice. It helps to keep the volume consistent between tracks. We've got the function here, tape or radio, and then you got your FM radio sensitivity, local stations or distance, and then your volume control. On the other side, we've got an input for a DC power adapter for 3 volts. Battery compartments on the back. Belt clip, gotta have that. And then your tape mechanism is inside. Pretty classic Sony mechanism. It uses a 4-track head for the auto reverse, so it doesn't have any moving parts. The head doesn't flip over or anything like that. But really a nice little unit. When I picked this one up, it needed new belts inside. That wasn't that big of a deal, not too hard to fix. And it's been a great little deck for me. The sound quality on it's pretty good, considering it's, 30 years old. But let's record up a tape. We'll use something from the YouTube audio library. We'll listen to the digital file of that as it's recording. Then we'll grab the tape, pop it in here, and see what it sounds like coming off the analog cassette. tape in and see what it sounds like. So what's my take on this classic Sony Walkman? Well, when it came out in 1994, 1995, this thing cost about $100. Now that was not an insignificant amount of money back then, and a lot of us, including myself, couldn't afford to have a nice Sony. We had a Craig or a Magnavox or one of the cheap brands, and we were always disappointed with it. These can be picked up now for between $30 and $60 working. So, do I expect this to sound as good as a digital file? Absolutely not. But I think it did sound good. I think it would enhance your experience if you're looking to pull out your old cassette tapes and listen to them, or buy some new ones, record your own. I think it could only enhance your experience with that. I don't think you would be disappointed. The tape that we listened to was just a normal bias tape, recorded with no noise reduction, and played straight through the Sony. And I think it sounded acceptable. I'm happy with it. So the takeaway from this, if you're wanting to bring back the nostalgia, go with a unit from the time frame that you remember. Go with a Sony like this. I think it'll only be fun for you. If you have any questions or comments, if you want to talk about the portable cassette player you remember from back in the day when you were a kid, make sure you leave your comments below. I'll make sure to try to reply to all of them that I can. If you have any suggestions for upcoming episodes or anything that you'd like to see on the channel, make sure you leave that down there too. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and we'll see you next time here on the Vintage Electronics channel. Take care.